Hello and welcome back here to Mandy Greenmon Field here in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, as we get ready for this Scenic City Collegiate League matchup between the Smoky Mountain Rain and the Smokies here on day 14, game 2 of this two-game series here today. A bit cloudy over here on the north side of Chattanooga once more, but still a beautiful morning once again here, 11:30 on the East Coast. Well, just short of that, I should say 11:25. We're going to get a little earlier start time than usual, but that's okay. So we'll go ahead and have the Smokies come up to hit here to start. It will be Marina Smith. I apologize. I had just 17 times that I've just messed that one up. It's okay. Marina Smith now on the mound today for the Smoky Mountain Rain. She'll be the first one on the mound here today. She will get the start. For the Smokies, though, it'll be the left fielder, Brianna Warren, the leading hitter this season in the SCCL, coming to the plate to lead us off here today. It'll be her in left field, followed up by Josie Crossman in the 2 spot. She will be on the mound here today wearing number 5, Addison Lund. Behind the plate will hit 3rd. Abby Bunt at second base will hit 4th. Cam Munson at third base will hit 5th. Moria Burke will hit 6th at shortstop today. Peters will be in the DP position at the 7th spot. Tatum McCool will hit 8th at first base. Horner in right field will hit 9th. And Shelby Allen, tonight's center fielder, will be in the 10th spot as the first pitch from Smith is out and away for ball 1. So Warren steps up, the leading hitter this season. 20 hits for her, a 588 average. We'll see the next pitch down and away for ball 2. She has been, of all sorts, deadly at the plate this year. A .659 on-base percentage, best out of anybody. She'll see the 2-0 and hit it to the shortstop side. Jasmine Mack, tonight's shortstop, throws it to first in time for out number 1. And yes, you heard that correctly. Jasmine Mack, tonight's shortstop. Primarily the third baseman catcher will record the first out, as it'll now be Josie Crossman coming to the plate. Crossman, tonight's pitcher, hitting in the 2 spot today. See the first pitch out and away for ball 1. Crossman in her last appearance for the Smokies was used in right field to start. Comes in as the pitcher today, made a pitching appearance in their last matchup as well. Went 2 for 3 with 2 singles. She comes up for her first time today and hits it softly, shortstop size. Jasmine Mack is there, 2 away. And the newest shortstop for the Smoky Mountain Rain squad has already made 2 outs by herself in this inning. And now it brings up Addison Lund as tonight's catcher comes up for the first time today. First pitch from Smith stays high, ball 1. As Lund comes in, a .346 average for her, 11th game played, now in a Smokies uniform, 13 RBIs, a .514 on-base percentage, 1360 OPS as the next pitch is outside for a strike, 1-1. As the Charlotte University product, the rising sophomore, 4 homers and a double. All but one of her home runs have been for multi-run homers. The 1-1 stays out and away, 2-1. As she rejoins the Smokies lineup once more. Came in a little late in their last game as she was coming back from a visit from the airport. Was able to make it just back in time to make her second plate appearance through the lineup. But now the 2-1. Outside and away, 3-1. Abby Bunt will hit next if given the chance. Tonight's second baseman, the leading RBI bringer. As Lund just sits behind her, tied for 3rd with Tatum McCool. They now all sit behind Lindsey Henson and Abby Bunt. Next pitch, out and away, ball 4. A 2-out walk to Lund. And now runner on with 2 away for the leading RBI bringer and Abby Bunt. So runner at first, 2 outs for the UTC product at the plate. First pitch, drives it, left center field. Kyrix is going to be there for out number 3. No hits, no errors. 1 walk leaves a runner on. Kyrix able to chase that one down, though, to get to out number 3. We go to the bottom of the first. Smokies will head out to the field. Josie Crossman will try and see if she can match the production of Smith through 1. Smoky Mountain Rain will come up to hit here in just a moment here from Mandy Greenmon Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, as the sun starts to peek out once more here in the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break for the bottom of the first. Hello, and welcome back here to Mandy Greenmont Field here in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. We go to the bottom of the first inning, still tied and nothing apiece between the Smoky Mountain Rain and the Smokies. As the Smokies come out to the field, Josie Crossman will start on the mound here today, wearing number 5. She'll make her appearance on the mound once again in the Smokies uniform. Let's go ahead and take a look real quickly at this Smoky Mountain Rain offense as they come up to the plate. Kai Ricks, tonight's center fielder, will start us off here wearing number 5 once more. Had an outstanding outing last time she came up with a couple of base knocks against the Bandits. It'll be Jasmine Mack hitting second, tonight's shortstop wearing number 8. Lauren Hubush will hit third after hitting her first solo home run last night. Hit the second base position. Deanna Cunningham will hit fourth in left field today. The usually sure-gloved left fielder, now usually a shortstop. Today left field as Anna Frazier comes in hitting fifth, tonight's third baseman. Insel Watson will hit sixth as behind the plate. It'll be Macy Andrews at first base. The first pitch, the Ricks, will be fouled up and out in play for 0-1. As it will be Watson behind the plate again. Andrews at first will hit seventh. Lauren Jamerson in right field will hit eighth. And Smith, tonight's pitcher, will hit in the 9-hole on the mound once more. As the 0-1 to Kai Ricks sits down and away for 1-1. Ricks headed off to Troy University next year. Spent the last 2 seasons at the University of South Carolina. Headed off there with Ella Cunningham and Cam Munson, tonight's third baseman for the Smokies, as this one stays down low, 2-1. So 3 different players here in the SECL all headed off to Troy. All very different paths in their way to their Division I careers, but all headed to the same spot. The 2-1. Swung on, hit sharply to second base. Got a piece of it, was the second baseman bunt, but she lets it bounce into center field. It will be an error against Abby Bunt. And Kai Ricks now on with nobody out, and great speed now on the base pass for the Smokies. Or for the Smoky Mountain Rain, I should say. Jasmine Mack now steps up. As the dangerous Mack steps to the plate. 500 average for her through her 11 games played. 5 RBIs, 12 hits, a 6-13 on base. She'll show bunt and foul it off, 0-1. Maybe trying to see if she could catch this Smokies defense off guard. She has been electric at the plate. 792 slugging puts her at a 1405 OPS. 2 homers and a double. Yesterday went 2 for 4. Comes up to the plate once more. The 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Crossman trying to see if she can settle in here after giving up the leadoff runner, Kai Ricks, a chance. Good speed on the base paths. We'll see if she gets a sign here to advance. Mack trying to see if she can at least keep this at-bat alive. The 0-2 from Crossman. Outside and away, 1-2. One tried to frame it on the outer half. Does not clip the zone. Hubush will hit next. Hit a solo home run in last night's game to tie the game between the Bandits and the Rain. Now hit off the end of the bat. Mack to second base. Bunt's got it. Throws to first. Is in time. 1 away. As Kai Ricks had to hurdle that ball. So now runner at second with 1 out for Lauren Hubush. Hubush hit a solo home run in last night's game. The first run scored by the Smoky Mountain Rain. Her first of the season. 344 average for her. 4 RBIs, 11 hits, a 382 on base, and 882 OPS. She'll foul off the first pitch for strike 1. Two doubles and a solo home run for her this season. Came in last night's game against the Bandits off of Ryan Presswood, which jump-started their offense to take the lead. The 0-1. Outside for a strike, 0-2. Hubush thought it was too far. Not going to be the case. As tonight's second baseman comes up once more. Turned the game-winning double play in the bottom of the 7th as well last night. With Cunningham, who will hit next. The 0-2. Stays down low, 1-2. Rick still stands at second base after advancing on the ground out from Mack. Great speed on the base paths. You put one in the outfield, she's going to score standing. 1-2 from Crossman. Just up and away, 2-2. Bush looking to possibly bring in RBI number 5 as Rick stands at second. The 2-2. Swung on it, skies it up the left-hand side, just foul. Yesterday for Hugh Bush, the home run, her lone hit in that ball game. She went 1 for 4 in that top of the 5th inning. That jump started the offense. 2-2, fouls it off once more, staying alive at the plate. 6 pitches in the at-bat. Yesterday, reached center fielder's choice as well, flew out to second base and lined out to left. That solo home run, though, helped propel the Reign into the victory. Pitch number 7. Stays down low. Full count now to Hugh Bush. She's able to draw it full. As the University of Delaware product on the mound trying to just settle in here in this bottom of the 1st inning. 1 out runner at second. Full count now. Pitch number 9. Swung on, fouls it off once more. Staying alive is Hugh Bush. Battling already an early part here now for tonight's second baseman. Was the hero last night with a couple of big plays. Now comes up here. 3-2 the count. 1 out runner at second. Next pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 away here in the bottom of the 1st. Goes up the ladder on Hugh Bush and gets her up around the fists. And now it brings up Deanna Cunningham with 2 away and a runner in scoring position. So now Cunningham steps to the plate for the first time today. Hitting 147. 13 games played. She'll sky this shallowly towards second base. Abby Bunt is there. That will end the inning. An error allows for Kai Ricks to get on. No hits allowed, though, as able to get through it is Josie Crossman. 1 runner left on at second base. No runs come around to score. We sit at a scoreless tie after 1. Reign will go back out to the field. Smokies will try and get the offense jump-started here as we go to the top of the 2nd inning from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break for the top of the 2nd inning. Top of the 2nd inning. No score here after 1. Reign come back out to the field once more. Smokies come up to hit. It'll be Cam Munson, tonight's 3rd baseman, headed off to Troy University next year, coming to the plate. The soon-to-be teammate of Kai Ricks in center field for the Reign here today, and Ella Cunningham of the Bandits, who got the win today in their victory over the Choo-Choos, 13-2. But now it'll be Munson for the first time today out of NC State to face off against Smith. First pitch to her high fastball will foul it off 0-1, a pitch that she loves to swing through. She's put some on the hillside on some high fastballs. So you got to be careful to at least keep it high enough that she can't put it over the outfield wall. A .341 average for her this season. Next pitch, drives it, left field, all the way back it'll go there. The left fielder will make the grab, 1 away. Cunningham able to run it down. Just got it a little too far in on the handle. And now 1 down here in this top of the 2nd inning. Burke steps up for the first time today, a .333 hitter from the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Only 4 RBIs for her this year, but a .381 on-base percentage. Sees the first pitch out and away for a ball, 1-0. Burke an .817 OPS, a double, and a solo home run. Her lone runs this season, or lone extra basers this season. 1-0, swung hard on the left field side, called a foul ball, 1-1. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 hitting us off here in this top of the 2nd frame. Munson goes down to a fly out and left. Burke now comes up. Peters will hit next. McCool will follow them up if given the opportunity. But now the Trailblazer steps up to the plate with a 1-1 count against her. Next pitch from Smith, high in the zone, 2-1. That squeeze on to that top half of the zone, it feels like probably for Smith on the mound. Burke trying to see what she can do here. The 2-1. Fouls it off once more, now 2-2. Tonight's shortstop comes up for the first time today. Yesterday against the Chews. Came up and went 2 for 3 with a double and a single. Her second extra baser of the season. Now she'll sky this one out towards shallow right center field. Jamerson gonna come out and make the grab for out number 1 or out number 2. As had to call off her second baseman there as trying to reach out for it was Hugbush. Jamerson comes in and makes the grab. And now 2 outs for Peters with nobody on. As the rising sophomore from the University of Illinois steps up for the first time today, 343 average at the plate. And now entering her 11th game played. 5 RBIs, hits it softly to third. Frazier's got it, throw to first in time. That'll end the inning. 1-2-3 inning, no hits, no errors, no runs come around to score. And only 8 pitches needed for Smith to get through the top of 2. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Smokies head back out to the field once more. Josie Crossman will try and see if she can match the production of Smith, who has looked very good to start. We go to the bottom half of the inning, tied at 0 apiece for Mandy Greenmont Field here in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, in the Scenic City Collegiate League. Smoky Mountain Rain and Smokies tied at 0 apiece. We'll be right back after this quick break. Bottom of the second inning, Smokies and Rain tied at 0 apiece. The cloud coverage come through a little bit here. Some sporadic openings of blue sky here in the northern side of Chattanooga, Tennessee at Mandy Greenmont Field here in the SCCL, the Scenic City Collegiate League. It'll be Anna Frazier leading us off here, tonight's third baseman, and the 5, 6, and 7 hitters will come up to face off against Crossman. As Frazier comes up for the first time today, 5 RBIs for her, a .281 average. She plays in her 14th game this season. First pitch down and away for ball 1. So Frazier again, tonight's third baseman. .281 average for her, 5 RBIs, a .395 on base percentage. See the next one down in the zone. This time a strike, 1-1. Frazier with an .832 OPS, 2 doubles to her name and a home run this season. Sees the 1-1. Check swing fouls it off, 1-2. Yesterday against the Bandits came up as the 9-hole hitter had a walk and a single to her name, did strike out looking, but 1 for 2 on the night. So the next pitch out and away, 2-2. Crossman can't find the corner. Watson, the catcher, will hit next. And then Macy Andrews, tonight's first baseman after her. The 2-2. Down and in, called. Strike 3, 1 away. Freezes her with the inside fastball down around the ankle side. Able to catch her for out number 1, as it'll now be the catcher Watson who comes up. First pitch to her, skies it over to the left-hand side. Munson's going to call it off. It'll be out number 2. 6 pitches, 2 outs. Good efficiency here already for Crossman. And now it brings up Macy Andrews, tonight's first baseman. Played earlier today for the Choo-Choos, now playing once again. She had a single in last night's game, now comes up. A 250 hitter in a Smoky Mountain Arena uniform. We'll see the first pitch down low for 1-0. Tonight's first baseman, she has played everywhere all over the diamond this season, it feels like. The only place she hasn't been is behind the plate, it feels like, and on the mound. A 400 on-base percentage. Sees the 1-0 outside for a strike, 1-1. Jamerson would hit next if given the chance, but for now, excuse me, that was Strickland that I was looking at. Andrews, a 406 on-base percentage to put with a 250 average. She has found ways to get on. A home run, her lone extra baser, hits it back up the middle. Crossman's got it, throws to first. That will be out number 3. A 9-pitch inning for Crossman. No hits, no errors, no one left on base, and matching the efficiency of Smith. We're through 2 scoreless. Here from Mandy Greenmont Field here in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. Been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back with this quick break as we go to the top of the 3rd. Top of the 3rd inning, Mandy Greenmont Field here in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, as the Smokies and Smoky Mountain Rain battle it out here in the Scenic City Collegiate League. No score here after 2. We go to the top half of the 3rd inning. It'll be the 8, 9, and 10 hitters coming up to bat. Tatum McCool, Maria Horner, and Shelby Allen. As tonight's first baseman will lead us off here in McCool across from Smith as she goes for inning number 3. First pitch to McCool in the outer half for a strike, 0-1. Neither side has allowed a base hit just yet in this ball game, and I apologize in advance if I've jinxed it. I've knocked on wood, I promise. McCool, a 333 hitter entering into the contest. See the next one outside and away for 1-1. Tonight's first baseman from Jacksonville University. 13 RBIs, a 447 on base, a 1062 OPS, 2 doubles and 3 home runs this season. It's the next one outside, a strike, 1-2. McCool, tonight's first baseman, primarily been playing there and in right field. Has experience behind the plate at Jacksonville U, but not done so here in the Scenic City Collegiate League. The 1-2 hits it softly, third base side. Frazier has a bounce away from her. It'll be a base knock for McCool. And I jinxed her. Smith, you can fight me in the parking lot later. I will not blame you. An infield single for McCool. Frazier tried to come in and pick it. It just bounces past her. Mack trying to back her up. It doesn't matter. McCool able to reach for the first time today. The first hit allowed by either side. As now Horner comes up. Tonight's right fielder stepping to the plate. First pitch shows bunt. Hits it back to the mound. Smith's got it. Goes to first with it. Bounces in the dirt and away into right field. Here comes now the runner to third. McCool will get in standing. Runners at the corners with nobody out. Smith spiked it in the dirt. Hubush couldn't pick it. Now the home plate umpire will call time as the infield will come in for a moment to have a chat. And Shelby Allen comes to the plate. So will be labeled an error against Smith as she spiked the throw, trying to get the first. Was trying to wait for Hubush to get there. But now runners at the corners with nobody out and 2 of the most dangerous hitters in terms of average this season. And Shelby Allen and Brianna Warren will hit next. Allen first, the 10-hole hitter. Playing in center field today, comes up. A .452 average places her 6th this season. 7 RBIs, 19 hits. Second, only behind Warren, who would hit next. A .489 on base, a .966 OPS, a double her, lone extra baser. Shows bunt, called a strike, 0-1. So Horner to first, McColl to third. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning as the cloud coverage comes through. Next pitch, Allen bunts it, bounces off her bat. It will be called for a foul ball, 0-2. As Allen tried to drop the bunt and the bat quickly, and instead it finds the handle of her bat after she drops it. So it's 0-2 for a foul ball. We'll see if Horner gets the nod here to run. 0-2, outside and away. Horner's going to run for it. She'll make it in standing, a stolen base. And now second and third with nobody out. 1-2 now the count for Allen. Next pitch called. Strike 3. What away. Catches that outer half of the plate. And now Warren, who the last time we saw her with this situation walked it off against Smith, comes up now 0 for 1 with a ground out. Sees the first pitch down in the dirt for 1-0. McColl at third, Horner at second. Last time we saw this exact matchup, Warren hit the RBI go-ahead winning single to right field. The next pitch stays high for 2-0. Last time grounded out to Jasmine Mack at short. As the College Station, Texas native steps up for the second time today. Last season played at the University of South Carolina. Next pitch, drives it deep left center field. Kyrick's going to try and be there. She will not be able to do so. A 3-run shot for Warren. First home run of the year for Warren. It's a 3-run shot over the scoreboard in left center. And the Smokies make it 3-0 in a flash. Third extra baser of the year for Warren. And she puts it over the left center field scoreboard. 3-0. The Smokies have taken the lead. And now Josie Crossman steps up and laces it deep out to left field. This ball's back to the wall. Cunningham's there to make the grab. 2 away. And now it brings up Lund with 2 outs. 3-0 now your score. Warren collects her first home run of the season. A 3-run missile to left center. And Lund now steps up with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch from Smith is hit back up the middle. She stabs it back to first in time. Out number 3. And that won the inning. 2 hits and an error. 3 runs come around to score. A 3-run missile by Brianna Warren has given the Smokies the lead. When we come back, we'll head to the bottom of the third inning as Crossman will now try and settle in and make sure the Smokies hold on to this lead here from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Bottom of the third inning, 3-0. Now your score. The Smokies have taken the lead thanks to a 3-run shot by Warren, her first of the season. A couple of changes for the Smokies now in their infield. Abby Bunt will move from the second base side now to the DP position. Peters will take over at third base. Pretty much everybody from moving from left to right in the infield except for Tatum McCool. She stays at first base. Peters now at third. Munson at short, moving from third base. And now Burke from short to second base, as Jamerson will step up now and take a check swing and foul it off for 0-1. So Jamerson now steps up for the first time today. Tonight's right fielder from Sweetbriar College, the Division III school, the Vixens. Definitely one of the, in my opinion, cooler-looking logos that we've seen here. As the next pitch is outside for a strike, 0-2. Jamerson, a .387 hitter, just outside the top 10, sits 12th, 5 RBIs, a .457 on-base percentage, just above a 900 OPS. Next pitch sits outside for 1-2. Jamerson, 2 doubles on the season, 12 hits to her name. Has found ways to get on base like no other. The 1-2 comes in and hits her right on the forearm. She'll take the hit by pitch and jog down the first. Leadoff hitters on the hit by pitch with nobody out. Now it brings up this pitcher in Smith. Smith comes up with nobody out and a runner at first. And we'll take a big hack at the first pitch for strike 1. Smith, tonight's pitcher from Oakland University, comes up. She comes up with a .259 average for herself, 10 RBIs, a .353 on base. Next pitch up and away, ball 1, thrown out to first. Back in time safely is Jamerson. Lund trying to check the runner. Jamerson, good speed at first, just trying to make sure she can't swipe a bag. A .723 OPS for Smith. A grand slam, her lone extra baser. She has more RBIs than hits this season. She'll swing through the next one for 1-2. 7 hits, 10 RBIs. Just short of a .260 average, trying to see if she can maybe at least advance Jamerson. 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Back down to first, not in time. 1 away here in the bottom of the third. Smith goes down on strikes for the first time today. And now it brings up Ricks, who got on with an error last time up after Bunt tried to backhand that ground ball to her at second and just had it bounce away from her. Made it all the way to second base her last time up. Takes a big hack at the first pitch for strike 1. There's a Crossman on the mound here today, the University of Delaware product. Stepping in once more in a Smokies uniform. 14 innings pitched for her, entering in 2 ERA as Ricks fouls this one off for 0-2. For Crossman, though, her 4th game played, a 2 ERA, 8 strikeouts, a .129 whip, a .283 batting average against. She has been very reliable for the Smokies squad, who were in desperate need of some pitching, and she has been just that for them. 0-2. Swung on, hit sharply to shortstop. Munson's got it. Throw to first is in time. Double play. Nobody gets left on base as Jamerson gets doubled up at first. A line drive to Munson's able to make the relay back to first in time. We go to the top of the 4th. 3-0, still your score. The Smokies lead over the Smoky Mountain Rain. As Smith will come out to try and see if she can work her 4th frame here in just a moment. Here from Andy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break as the Smokies come back up to hit. Top of the fourth inning, 3-0 your score. The Smokies lead over the Smoky Mountain Rain here after 3. We go down to the top of the fourth as Abby Bunt, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, will come up to face off against Smith. As the UTC product will see the first pitch inside for ball 1 as Bunt lined out to center field her last time up. The leading RBI bringer this season, 17 RBIs for her. She sits above everybody this season in her 9th game played. 429 average for her, hits it to third. Frazier has it bounce off her elbow. Mack can't clean it up. It'll be a knock for Abby Bunt to the left-hand side. Frazier will get tagged with the error. She tries to charge in on that left-hand side. It just bounces off the elbow as it came up and got her. And now allows Bunt to reach for the first time today, even on the air, and brings up Cam Munson, who flew out the left her last time up. First pitch to Munson, inside for a strike, 0-1. Smith now coming up. The mound once more for her 4th inning of work. Stepped in today with 24 innings pitched. We'll have this one driven down the left field line. Foul, 0-2. And Munson turning on that one again on the high fastball. But for Smith, 8 strikeouts, a 2.43 whip, a 7.95 ERA. She struggled at times on the mound, has looked good in short stints, trying to see if she can make through 4. The next pitch, outside and away, 1-2. For Munson now stepping in once more. See what she could do here with a runner at first and nobody out. Next pitch, outside and away, 2-2. Burke will hit next if given the chance here. Well, obviously she will get the chance. She is the 3rd hitter of the inning. But for Munson, 341 average, 9 RBIs, 386 on base, a 947 on base per OPS, 3 home runs this season. Fouls it off again, still 2-2. Munson's all of her extra basers have been home runs. Most of them have been on the hillside, it feels like. She has swung the bat well this year for the Smokies. Good to see what she could do with a runner on and nobody out. The 2-2 from Smith. Swung on it, shoots it out to right center field. This ball's going to go all the way to the wall, off the far wall. It will go for a home run. Everyone was trying to confirm if it was or not. It is a 2-run shot for Munson, her 4th of the season. 5-0. Now your score. Munson with her 4th of the year. She just squeaks it over that left center field wall. And the Smokies now lead 5-0. And now it brings up Burke with nobody on and nobody out as Smith has an extended conversation with her middle infield. Bush and Mack just trying to help her settle in. She'll face off against Burke now with nobody out and nobody on. A fly out to right fielder last time up. First pitch from Smith, called a strike, 0-1. The rising senior now will try and settle in here from the Michigan area. But for Burke now at the plate. Will now lice this one, foul down the left-hand side, 0-2. Peters will hit next, and then Tatum McCool. As Burke now from the University of Alabama, Birmingham, the trailblazer from Boaz, Alabama. It's the rising junior. We'll see the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Burke, who has played varsity softball since her 8th grade season, has hit .514 or higher since her sophomore year in high school before heading off to college. Attended Boaz High School. The 1-2 skies it up to the left-hand side. Owl play. Still 1-2 the count. Burke, though, only played 2 games her first year. Did not play this last season at UAB. In the portal, trying to continue her Division I softball career. Had 14 homers her senior year and just short of a 2,000 OPS in 42 games playing. She was a first-team All-State her junior season. She'll hit it to shortstop now. Mack fumbles it at short. Burke will reach. Got an extra jump on Mack and got her right on the just on the fists. It feels like she had to try and raise her hands, and it caught her right in the chest. Burke will reach on the air. And still, nobody out here in the top of the fourth. It'll bring up Peters. First pitch to her, down and in for a ball, 1-0. Peters 0 for 1 with a ground out to third her last time. From Trussville, Alabama, the University of Illinois product, the rising sophomore. Was at Hewitt-Trussville High School before heading off to the Big Ten school. The 1-0. Drives it deep left field all the way to the wall. Cunningham is there. She'll make the grab. One away. That thing was smoked. But Cunningham at the or all the way at the wall, able to reach up and make the grab. If had about a foot higher of height, that thing probably would have gone. But now it brings up McCool with a runner at first and one away. A single already for her today. Drives this one now down the left field line. It'll land foul. 0-1 now the count. It's McCool who led off that top of the third inning. Just has that one land about 6 feet to the left of that left field foul line. As the left-handed hitter from St. Augustine, Florida, fouls this one off for 0-2. Get Burke now at first, a 2-run shot for Cam Munson. Has given the Smokies a 5-0 lead. Now McCool steps in once more. The next pitch outside and away, 1-2. Horner will hit next if given the chance, but for McCool from St. Augustine, Florida, Jacksonville University product, the rising redshirt sophomore. See the 1-2. Swung on, hit back up the middle. Smith knocks it down. It's on her hand. It'll be a fair ball. And runners are all able to advance. It will be an infield hit as Smith tried to knock it down. It bounced off her throwing hand. She seems to be okay. Home plate umpire checks in on her. Her coach checks in on her. She just nods and says, we're all good. But now runners at first and second with one out. And it brings up Horner now from Miamisburg, Ohio. And Shawnee State, the last time is now this one will be fouled off for 0-1 as Horner steps up for the second time today. Reached on an error her last time and stole a base. Came around to score on the 3-run shot from Warren. Started her college ball career at Clark State, the JUCO school. 0-1 is swung on and missed 0-2. Warner, the second baseman, outfielder, pitcher mostly as well for the Smokies squad. We'll see the 0-2. Down and in, 1-2 now the count. Did not play this previous season, at least not recorded here. 2024, she played 42 games at Shawnee State, the NAIA school. Hit .264 with 10 extra base hits. Next one up and in, 2-2. Shelby Allen will hit next if given the chance. Horner trying to keep the inning alive with one out and runners at second and first. Smith trying to get through it. 2-2, down and in, gets almost away from the catcher. Good work from Watson to hold it in front. Horner draws it full after going down 0-2. The gray cloud starting to cover here a little bit from our right-hand side. You could probably see that big old mass over there on the right-hand side of your screen, but for right now, should be safe, hopefully. 3-2. Swung on and skies it foul. Still full count to Horner. Again, 2024, 42 games played, .264 average. Just over an 800 OPS, 22 runs and 14 RBIs for her. Also made 22 appearances on the mound, 14 starts, and went 11-4. Next pitch, skies it, out towards shallow left field. Trying to get there is Cunningham. She'll race in and make the grab, 2 away. And now it brings up Allen with 2 outs and runners at second and first. She went down looking her first time. It's one of the leading hitters this season from Southern Miss. comes to the plate. First pitch to her, hits at second base side, knocked down by Hufush. Throw to first in time. That will end the inning. 2 errors and 2 hits results in a 2-run homer for Cam Munson. 2 runners get left stranded here as we go to the bottom of the 4th. 5-0 now your score. The Smokies find themselves ahead over the Smoky Mountain Rain. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning here from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. Hopefully the rain stays away. We're praying so as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning, 5-0 now your score. The Smokies lead over the Smoky Mountain Rain. As we enter into this bottom half of the inning, Jasmine Mack will step up to the plate. 0 for 1 today with a ground out to second base. The George Mason product, the rising sophomore. First pitch out away for a strike, 0-1. As Mack in the portal, still 3 years of eligibility for her, the primarily catcher for that George Mason squad last year from Whitsett, North Carolina. See the 0-1. This time out and away, 1-1 does not get her to chase. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 coming up now for the range. Mack, Hubush, and Cunningham all 0 for 1 on the day. But Mack grounded out the second her last time. Attending George Mason last year, the biology major, sees another one outside, 2-1. For Mack, though, who attended Eastern Guilford High School in Carolina before heading off to college, hit .630 or better since her sophomore year. Sees this one and fouls it off, 2-2. Last season at George Mason, hit .182 in her 26 games played, did have 17 starts to her name, picked up 9 RBIs and 7 stolen bases. Over her high school career, though, in 65 games played, she had 28 homers and 109 RBIs. See the next pitch. Outside called. Strike 3, 1 away. Fourth strikeout of the day for Josie Crossman. Now it brings up Hubush, who was her first strikeout victim of the day on a swinging strikeout in the first inning. Nobody on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch down and in for a strike, 0-1. Crossman's dealing now. Later addition for the Smokies has been excellent on the mound, and you're seeing here why. 0-1. Swung on and chopped to the shortstop side. Munson's got it. Throw to first in time, 2 away. Now it brings up Cunningham, who flew out to second base her last time up. As the UCF product steps to the plate for the second time today. University of Central Florida, the Black Knights will show bunt and lay it down the first base side. Crossman's got it and boots it into foul ground. It'll be a base knock as Crossman had to hurry and just boots it into foul ground. Cunningham will reach. Crossman was trying to get there. I don't know if even if she'd been there in time, the play would have been able to be made, but Crossman just kind of boots it into foul ground. It will be a hit for Cunningham. That one stays down and away for ball 1 now to Anna Frazier, who struck out looking to start off that second inning. Now comes up with 2 outs and a runner on, and Cunningham, good speed for her on the base paths. Supply, North Carolina native, comes up. 1-0 is swung on and missed. Now 1-1 for the corner infield utility player. Rising senior from Greensboro College. Spent the last 2 years there at the D3 institution. Was at Guilford College her freshman year. See the next one outside, 2-1. Watson would hit next if given the chance, but for Frazier, played in 42 games last year, 348 average over a 950 OPS. The 2-1 sits inside for a strike, 2-2. Frazier had 16 extra base hits and just short of 30 RBIs, 18 stolen bases. Next pitch, just outside, full count. And now Cunningham will be on the run here on the next pitch. Frazier full count with 2 outs. Crossman trying to get out of it cleanly. Frazier trying to keep the inning alive. Rain down by 5-0. Bottom of the 4th. Next pitch, swung on and fouled off. Staying alive is Frazier. Frazier last year walked 20 times, only struck out 9 times at the plate. She's been just as effective here in the SCCL. The 3-2. Swung on and skies it to the right-hand side and foul ground. It'll land foul once again. 7-pitch at-bat now for Frazier. Crossman trying to get through it here. Wants 4 scoreless to her name. Can she get it? Frazier trying to keep the inning alive. Pitch number 8. Swung on, driven, left center field. Allen trying to be there. She can't get to it in time. Here comes Cunningham. She's going to make it around third. She will score. A double for Frazier and a stand-up as well. 5-1 now your score. Allen went full superwoman for that in center. Just could not bring it down. Frazier an extra base hit. As Cunningham comes all the way around from first, and now 5-1 your score. And it brings up Watson, who flew out the third last time. First pitch on the outer half for a strike, 0-1. Watson, tonight's catcher, is split time evenly pretty well with Jasmine Mack, tonight's shortstop, of course. He's played some time at first base as well this year. We'll see this one bounce in the dirt and away. Goes all the way to the backstop. Frazier will make it into third base standing. A wild pitch as that one skipped into home plate. 1-1 now the count to Watson. And now a runner at third with 2 outs. As the Reign trying to see if they can find some offense here as the Smith Station, Alabama product comes to the plate. Hits it off the handle. Back to the mound. Crossman's got it. That will be out number 3. As we go to the top of the 5th. Or excuse me, top of the 5th inning indeed. 2 hits, 1 run will score, no errors made. We go to the top half of the inning as 1 run gets left on. 5-1 now your score. The Smoky Mountain Reign able to get on the board finally here in the top of the 5th. As Crossman gives up her first run of this ball game. Smith will now come up, trying to see if she can settle in here in the top half of the frame. She'll go another inning of work. Here from Andy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League, and I think we're going to get some changes here in a moment for the Smoky Mountain Reign, but we'll be right back after this quick break for the top of the 5th. Top of the 5th inning, 5-1 your score. The Reign able to put a run on the board, but they now have to come back out to the field. A couple of changes for them in the infield as well. Geneva McCallum now moves out to left field for Deanna Cunningham. She will step in the 4th spot as well to hit. Macy Strickland will hit third as she now steps in at second base for Lauren Hubush as she comes in here in this top of the 5th inning. The lone 2 changes we'll see here for the Reign to start as Warren now comes up to the plate 1 for 2 with a 3-run shot. The go-ahead runs for the Smokies lineup, as she'll see the first pitch outside for a strike, 0-1. So for Warren again from College Station, Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. Well, she's prime proof of that. The tall outfielder check swings at 0-2. She fouls that one off the end of the bat. But for Warren now, spent 2 seasons at Texas A&M and a red shirt there. The rising redshirt senior played last time at the University of South Carolina. Drives this one deep out to left field. Trying to get underneath it will be McCallum. She's there, 1 away. Got a nice part of that one as well. Just a little too far off the end of the bat. Makes it out number 1. Brings up Crossman now 0 for 2 with a line out to short and to left her last 2 times up. As the pitcher comes to the mound in a battle with her counterpart. First pitch fouls it off, 0-1. Crossman again from the University of Delaware. Was used as a PO last year for the program. Comes up for the 3rd time today from Cummings, Georgia. Last year, the rising sophomore made 21 appearances, 7 starts, a 4-run record with 2 saves and 2 complete game shutouts. Next one sits outside for 1-1. Crossman last year, the first since 2022 for the U of Delaware to win a Rookie of the Week, and also the first freshman since 2021 to throw 2 shutouts in a season. She's that one up high for 2-1. Was quite effective last year, over 39 2/3 of inning of work, a 3 ERA, and 22 strikeouts through her time with the U of Delaware. Her shutouts coming against Morgan and Delaware State. That one sits outside for 3-1. As the sports manager Nager steps to the plate once more. Attended South Forsyth High School before heading off to college, where she played basketball and flag football. 3-1. Swing on and miss, 3-2. Goes right through the high fastball. She also competed in triple jump back in high school. Was the first person in high school history to be named to 4 sports teams in a single season. Now sees the 3-2 from Smith. Outside called, strike 3, 2 away. Second strikeout of the afternoon now for Smith. And now 2 outs here in the top of the 5th as she faces off against the 3-hole hitter. As Lund steps to the plate, 0 for 1 today with a ground out and a walk. First pitch, inside for a ball, 1-0. As Lund, the product of Charlotte University. From Appleton, Wisconsin, the northernmost player you can get here in the Scenic City Collegiate League. The only other competition really is Horner from Ohio. See this one way up in the zone, 2-0. Attended Manesha High School before heading off to college. Enjoys F1 racing in her spare time as well. Looks up to Jenny Finch, the softball legend. The 2-0. Outside, 3-0. Trying to see if she can maybe draw her 2nd walk of the afternoon. Maybe we'll see if she gets the green light here. She was originally committed to play at Memphis back in 23 before she jumped ship for Charlotte. Now back in the transfer portal. 3-0. Inside for a strike, 3-1. Abby Bunt would hit next if given the chance. She reached on an error her last time in that 4th inning. Came around to score on the 2-run shot from Munson. 39 games played last year for Lund. The next pitch, inside, ball 4, 2nd walk of the afternoon for Lund. And now Abby Bunt comes up for the 3rd time today with a runner on now and 2 away. Bunt has lined out the center and reached on an error, makes her 0 for 2. First pitch from Smith comes in and gets her. It'll be a hit by pitch. And now 2nd and 1st with 2 away. And now Cam Munson, already a 2-run homer today, steps up. 1 for 2 with a fly out to left and the shot out to right center that just squeaked over the right center field wall. Up and in for a strike, 0-1. Munson again from NC State last year, headed off to Troy University next season. Primarily used as a pinch runner at NC State last year, but now sees the next pitch just high, 1-1. About the nicest pitch you can throw from Smith, it felt like, but now the Lawrenceville, Georgia native comes to the plate, the rising sophomore. Originally from Collins Hill High School. 1-1, driven hard, left field line, it's foul, 1-2. Tell you what, if Munson gets a hold of one, she probably can rocket the furthest out of anybody here in this Scenic City Collegiate League. That's saying something compared to some of the competition she has. But she has rocked that softball this year. We'll see the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Lund second after the walk. Bunt at first after the hit by pitch. 2 away as Warren lines out and Crossman goes down on strikes. 5-1 still your score. The Smokies lead here in the top of the fifth. The 2-2 just high. 3-2 the count. And the runners will be off with a gun. Munson holds her high school record for most RBIs in a single game and a single season home run record at Collins Hill. 3-2, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Next pitch laces it foul once more. And now a 7-pitch at-bat for Munson. Burke would hit next if given the chance. Reached on an error and flew out to right her 2 times up today. Makes her 0 for 2. Pitch number 8 on the way to Munson. Swung on, drives it out to deep left center field. Kai Ricks is going to be there in front of the scoreboard for out number 3. And we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. 2 runners get left on, both via the walk, no hits, no errors, no runs come around to score. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Smoky Mountain Rain down to the Smokies, 5-1. Rain will come up to hit once more as the Blue Sky comes back out here in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. Here at Mandy Greenmont Field, you've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Bottom of the 5th inning, 5-1 your score. The Smokies lead over the Smoky Mountain Rain here at Mandy Greenmont Field here in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. For those just tuning in, we come up to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Smoky Mountain Rain will come up to hit. It'll be Macy Andrews starting us off tonight, 7-hole hitter. 7, 8, and 9 will come to the plate. Andrews 0 for 1 with a ground out to the mound her last time up as Crossman now trying to make it through 5 clean. She'll see the thrower's pitch inside for a strike, 0-1. Only 1 run given up so far by Crossman. Andrews now, the Rome, Georgia native, comes to the plate from Georgia Highlands College, the JUCO product. Very solid here in the Scenic City Collegiate League as she'll foul this one off for 0-2. It's the rising sophomore who attended Rome High School, where she was a varsity swimmer before. As the engineering and architecture major comes to the plate. 0-2. Out and away, 1-2 now for Andrews at the plate. Tonight's first baseman who has played all over the place, it feels like. Mostly outfield and a little bit of the infield as well. He's played well over 20 games this season. The next pitch, out and away, is called. Strikes 3 as she swings through it, 1 down. Andrews goes down on strikes for the first time today. fifth strikeout of the afternoon now for Crossman. And now it will bring up Jamerson. First pitch up and away for ball one. Jamerson hit by a pitcher last time up, got stranded at first base, though, as she got doubled up in that third inning. From Buckingham, Virginia. See the next one. Down and away, 2-0. From Sweetbriar College, the Division III school, the Vixens, with that green and pink style. It is a very unique colorway and a very unique logo. Definitely one of the better ones I think you can see in terms of creativity. She'll chop this one out of the third base side. Lund, the new third baseman, makes the throw to first in time, 2 away. Forgot to mention that at the beginning of the inning as well. Peters now behind the plate. Addison Lund now out to third base. Those two will just switch positions once more. And now to bring up Smith, who went down on strike swinging her last time. Smith from Grosse Pointe Shores, Michigan, fouls off the first pitch for 0-1. The rising senior through 5 innings now has given up 5 runs, just trying to hold on here. But for Crossman now, just trying to get through another inning. For Smith, who attended Grosse Pointe North for high school, we'll see the next one for a strike, 0-2. Kai Ricks would hit next if given the chance. Is 0 for 2 technically. He's reached on an error and then doubled up in that third inning. Smith now comes to the plate once more. The 0-2. Swung on and fouled off. Staying alive is Smith. As Miranda Smith comes back up once more. Last year pitched 11 times at Oakland University, the Division I school. 5 starts, 2-2 record for her through 23 innings pitched. 2 complete games, both of them a win for her. The 0-2. Down in the dirt, 1-2. Smith also played 35 games in the field over the last 3 seasons, has pitched over 30 times and 65 innings pitched in her last 3 seasons. Had 6 starts in the field last season and 16 games played, but only had 4 at-bats. She'll swing through the next one for strike 3, and that will end the inning. Nobody reaches. No hits, no errors, no runs come around to score. A 1-2-3 inning for Crossman. Second strikeout of the frame. She is now up to 6 on the afternoon. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Still 5-1 your score. Smokies lead over the rain here at Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, as the sun starts to really blare here in the Tennessee area. Watching here the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break for the top of the 6th. Top of the 6th inning, 5-1 your score. The Smokies still lead over the Smoky Mountain Rain as we enter into this top of the 6th inning. Smith will try and see if she can get through her 6th inning of work. This will be the longest I think we've seen her go this season. As she now comes up across for the new second baseman in Burke, who moves from shortstop to second in that bottom of the 5th inning. Or excuse me, that was actually in the bottom of the 4th. I apologize. Nonetheless, Burke steps up once more. See the first pitch and fouled off the handle, 0-1. Burke is 0 for 2, has reached on an error, flown out to right field her first time up. Looking to see what she can do here for this Smoky squad once more. Again, from Boaz, Alabama, the UAB product, the rising junior. Was a first-team All-State her junior year. We'll see the next one high for 1-1. Been the primary middle infielder for this Smoky squad. Has only missed 1 game this season. 1-1. Down and in. Now 2-1 the count. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 who come up now for the Smokies. Munson, final out in that top of the fifth. It'll be Burke, Peters, and McCool. McCool, the lone one with a hit here out of those three. 2-1. Stays high. 3-1 now to Burke. Trying to see if she can keep that on-base percentage up around the 400 territory. Got a 333 average hitter entering in. A 381 on base. Trying to see if she can keep it up around that area. They're going 0 for 2 to start. The 3-1. Drives it third base side. Frazier's got it. Throw to first in time. Out number 1. Now it brings up Peters, who grounded out the third her first time. Drove one hard down the left field side last time that Cunningham had to reach up at the wall and snag. So 0 for 2 for the new catcher. Started the DP. Resulted at third base for about 2 innings there. Now behind the plate. So the first pitch high for ball 1 to Peters. A later addition as well for this Smokies squad comes in now. Again, from the University of Illinois, the former flag football and JV volleyball player back in high school. Will drive this one third base side. Frazier picks it. Now the throw to first in time. 2 away. Back-to-back ground outs now to Frazier. 7 pitches needed to get 2 outs. Smith trying to get through it quickly. McCool 2 for 2. 2 singles to her name. Came around to score her first time she reached on with that 3-run homer from Warren and then got stranded in the 4th. First pitch drives to the left-hand side. Foul ball 0-1. Horner would hit next if given the chance. 0 for 2 is she. McCool 2 for 2. From St. Augustine, Florida. Attended Toki Creek High School before going off to school. She'll foul this one off for 0-2. For McCool, though, her freshman year, she played 7 games, had 4 starts, had 7 RBIs, and an 1,000 OPS in her 14 at-bats. Unfortunately, though, for her, had to burn her red shirt due to a leg injury. This season, she got to play in 40 games, 32 starts to her name, had 2 homers and 8 RBIs. Hit 184, but had a 311 on-base percentage. Found ways to get on even if the hits weren't falling. The 0-2 sits outside 1-2 now. McCool already 2 for 2 on the day. Gonna take that 300 average and continue to propel it higher. McCool, a 3-time district champion in weightlifting in high school from her sophomore to senior year. 1-2. Stays high once more, 2-2. That weightlifting as well is the reason she's got as many extra base hits as she does. 3 home runs on the season. Her father, Lee, actually used to play minor league baseball for the Padres and D-backs. 2-2, outside, full count now to McCool. Trying to keep this inning alive. Goes down from 0-2 now to full count. 2 outs, nobody on. After back-to-back ground outs to Frazier. 3-2 from Smith. Down in the dirt, ball 4. McCool reaches for the 3rd time today. This time via the walk. And now Horner comes up with 2 outs and a runner on. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Still 5-1 your score. The Smokies lead over the Reign by 4 here in the top of the 6th. Smith trying to get through this inning cleanly. Horner 0 for 2. See the first pitch inside for a strike, 0-1. Last time up, flew out to left field. Her first time reached on an error. Stole a base and then came around to score on the 2 or 3-run shot from Warren. Airmails the next pitch high is Smith, 1-1. Horner, though, steps up to the plate once more. The 1-1. Hits it softly, third base side, off to left center field. Jasmine Mack's out there to make the grab. That'll be out number 3. Great hustle. Jasmine Mack from shortstop goes all the way out to shallow left field to make the over-the-shoulder grab. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. No errors, no hits. 1 runner gets left on after the walk. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, Reign still find themselves down by 4. 5-1 your score. The Smokies lead over the Reign here as we go to the bottom half of the inning. From Andy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back in just a moment. Bottom of the 6th inning, 5-1 your score. The Smokies lead over the Reign here as we enter into the bottom half of the 6th. Here from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League as Kai Ricks will step up to the plate. The number 1 hitter now for this Reign squad comes up for the 3rd time today. 0 for 2 is she with an error and a double play that allowed her to reach. She'll now come up with nobody on to start us off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Crossman will work another frame. She'll try and bunt it. It almost catches her inside. She'll foul it off for 0-1. That one came in and up on the hip. Ricks gets up for the 2nd time. She has reached today on an error, but made it all the way to 2nd, but has not gotten a real hit. She'll foul this one off for 0-2 as that one ends up in the stands. For the Troy University commit, the former product from the University of South Carolina. Spent the last 3 years there, played 2 seasons, did not lose the year of eligibility last year as she did not play. We'll take a big hack in the next one outside. Strike 3, 1 away. 7 strikeouts for Crossman. She has been darn near lights out for this Smokies team today. And now Jasmine Mack comes up 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to her name. Takes the first pitch up and away for ball 1. Mack, who was given the 2024's High School Most Accomplished Player of the Year award and was the Female Athlete of the Year at the high school level. We'll see the next one outside for 0-2. Excuse me, I should say 1-1. Where did I get these numbers from? Do not worry about it. I'm just seeing things that I'm just saying them, apparently. 1-1 the count, 1 out, nobody on. The next pitch. Fouls it off the end of the bat. It stays fair. Crossman has to hurry. Goes to first with it. Doesn't have a play. And a swinging bunt single for Jasmine Mack. That was an odd one. Got real early on the outside off speed, just got it off the end of the barrel. It stayed fair. Crossman didn't have a throw to first, and it allows Mack to reach for the first time today. And now it brings up Macy Strickland. First pitch to her, called a strike, 0-1. As Strickland, in her first appearance at the plate today, had the go-ahead run in yesterday's game on the sacrifice fly to center for the Liberty product now at the plate. A 400 on-base percentage, a 286 average for her. Stays high on the next pitch, 1-1. She steps in for Hubush at second. 14th game played now in a Reign uniform, 6 RBIs for her, an 864 OPS, 5 doubles. Over half of her hits have been extra bases. She now hits this one softly to the right-hand side. Trying to get it there is Horner. She'll make the grab for out number 2. Now it brings up Geneva McCallum for her first appearance at the plate. The Layton, Utah native from Dawson Community College has Mack at first with 2 away. As the new left fielder comes up, came in relief of Cunningham in that top of the 5th. She'll see the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Yo, 1. Shows bunt and fouls it off. 0-2 now for McCallum. The rising junior in yesterday's game. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, trying to change her fortunes here. She's been fairly effective in the field and has had good legs. Just unfortunately has not been able to find hits for herself. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That will end the inning. 1 hit, 1 runner gets left on base. Another set of strikeouts for Crossman. As we go to the top of the 7th, Smokies still lead over the Reign 5-1 here from Andy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Smokies get one more try to hit here and see if they can tack on a few more runs. Reign will try and see if they can shut them down as Smith will try and go the complete 7. We'll be right back after this quick break. Top of the 7th inning, 5-1 your score. Smokies lead over the Smoky Mountain Reign here as we enter into the top of the 7th inning. Bottom of the lineup will come up. It will be Shelby Allen to lead us off here against Smith. First pitch to her in the outer half called as strike 0-1 as Allen headed off to Austin Pia next year. The three-year member of Southern Miss, the rising senior. Changing schools for the first time. We'll see the next one outside for a strike 0-2. Allen 0 for 2 on the day. A strikeout looking at a ground out to second. Rare of her not to collect some form of way to get on base. Looking to change those fortunes. We'll see the next one out and away for 1-2. Smith trying to make it through 7 innings. The longest she has gone this season is 6 already. 1-2. Fouls it off, stays alive at the plate, still 1-2. It'll be 10-1-2 who come up. Allen, Warren, and Crossman. Only 1 hit between the 3 of them, but a 3-run shot for Warren. 1-2 now to Allen from Smith. Just outside 2-2. Pitch we've seen batters rung up on early in this ball game, I think, but that one stays just away enough. Plant City, Florida native back to the plate once more. The 2-2. Down and away in the dirt, 3-2. That one brings it back to full. From Durant High School last year in 39 games, hit .288 with a .400 on-base percentage. Next pitch, drives it out to center field. Kyrix is there, out number 1. One down now here in the top of the 7th inning, and it'll be Brianna Warren. A 3-run homer already for her today. Comes up to the plate for the first time. Her father, Ty, was a 4-year letterman at Texas A&M as well. Did show cattle for the 4-H back in high school and was also a volleyball player, which with that height, you'd understand why. She'll foul this one off to the right-hand side, 0-1. As Warren steps up once more, again, 1 for 3, a 3-run homer, her first of the season. A ground out to short and a line out to left. She was an All-SEC first team in 2021 and a SEC All-Freshman team member. That first year, she has received her Bachelor of Arts from the USC, specifically in Interdisciplinary Studies and Service Management. Now, could I tell you exactly what that degree is? No, not personally. But Bree probably could very easily. The next pitch is outside for 1-1. Granted, I'm also the broadcaster. I took a degree in journalism. I am not one to know the specifics. 1-1 now to count. 1 out. Nobody on for Warren. Smith trying to get through 7. Next pitch stays just high, 2-1. Warren, who spent again 2 years at A&M. Last time she played at University of South Carolina in the portal for her last season possibly. Will drive this one left center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. It's at least 1. She'll turn and try for 2. Throw will come in quickly. Max throw will not be in time. A double for Warren and another extra baser. Warren now 2 for 4 on the day. Another set of bases. Now 6 total for her on the day. A 3-run homer and a double. And now we'll have a new hitter. It'll be Alora Paget stepping in for Lund. Or excuse me, this is for Crossman, I should say. So Paget, for the first time in what feels like forever, back in this Smokies lineup. She has been out dealing with a hamstring injury. Has only played in 5 games this year. It'll be her 6th time she gets to play. It'll be the first pitch outside for a strike, 0-1. As she was dealing with a hamstring injury, was slowly trying to make her way back. She finally gets a chance here tonight. She'll face off and see the first pitch outside for 0-1. Next one inside. It's called a strike once more, 0-2 for Paget. Had 5 games played, a 167 average. Did have one of the first home runs of the season, a .412 on-base percentage. 2 RBIs to her name on her 2 hits and only 17 plate appearances. Next pitch up and in, called a ball, 1-2. Runner at second, 1 away. Paget stepping in for Crossman at the plate. In her 6th game this season after dealing with a leg injury. 1-2. Out and away, almost gets away from the catcher. Held on to, though, once more. Now 2-2 the count. Paget trying to see if she can draw a walk here. Again, only a 167 average, but it's reached at a .412 on-base percentage. She's found ways to get on no matter what. 2-2. Sits high in the zone, 3-2. So from down 0-2, now brings it full. Warren at second, 1 away. The JUCO product comes back up to the plate. Next pitch. Drives it to the left-hand side. Frazier's got it, 1 away or 2 away. Kind of scoop that one to the third base side. It'll be a fly out to the third baseman, Frazier. Now 2 outs here with a runner at second. Addison Lund, who's 0 for 1 with 2 walks on this afternoon. Smith will step off for the moment here. Lund, again, has walked twice, has reached first and second, has not advanced past that. Grounded out to the pitcher her 2nd time up. 0 for 1 is she. Next pitch to her outside and away, 1-0. Be Abby Bunt to hit next if given the chance. She's 0 for 2. Did come around to score on the 2-run shot from Munson and reached on a hit by pitch in the 5th. Now the Wisconsin native comes back to the plate. The 1-0. Hits it to the shortstop side. Jasmine Max got it. Will apply the tag. Did she get the tag on? No call is made. The runner is safe. And we continue the inning. Warren standing at third. No motion was made by the infield or the home plate umpire. Runners at the corners with 2 out. And I guess a fielder's choice would be labeled, or would it be an infield hit? It would be essentially a fielder's choice. So Lund reaches. And now runners at the corners for Abby Bunt with 2 away. She'll chop this one foul to the left-hand side, 0-1. Mack went to apply the tag to Warren. Neither umpire made a call. I don't know if they expected one or the other to make it. No one made a motion of out or safe. Warren just stood at third base like, yeah, I'm safe. It's fine. Jasmine Mack looked around thinking that she made the tag. Lund now sits at first. The 0-1 comes up and almost catches it. Throw down to second. Lund's gunned out at second base. That'll be out number 3. Lund thought maybe she could get cut down in a rundown maybe, or at least not draw a throw, and instead she gets cut down stealing. And that will end the inning. 2 runners getting left on, a double, a fielder's choice. Put the 2 runners on, but the caught stealing ends the inning. We go to the bottom half of the frame. Smoky Mountain Rain down 5-1 to the Smokies. Rain trying to see if they can mount the comeback. Josie Crossman trying to go 7 complete here for the Smokies. We'll find out if she's able to do so here in just a moment here from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Bottom of the 7th inning. 5-1 your score. The Smokies lead over the Rain here as we go into the final half of this 7th inning. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 who come to the plate. Anna Frazier has the RBI tonight for the Rain already, a double to her name. Watson 0 for 2, Andrews 0 for 2. But it'll be Anna Frazier coming to the plate against Josie Crossman. Trying to go 7 complete as the first pitch stays high for ball 1. Again, Frazier 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout looking. Smith has gone the full 7, 5 hits, 5 runs allowed. Is now fouled off by Frazier 1-1. Smith gives up 5 runs, 3 of those earned. Goes 5 hits, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. She gets through all 7 innings. She hits 1 batter, but now Crossman has gone 6, has only given up 3 hits, 1 run given up, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. Frazier will see the next one inside, 1-2. Frazier now trying to keep this team alive. As Crossman trying to shut it down. The 1-2. Just outside, 2-2. Watson will hit next. He'll fly out to third and a ground out to the pitcher 2 times up. 2-2 to Frazier. Swung on and skies it. Left-hand side and foul ground. Lund trying to make the grab and foul ground. Did she hang on? She does indeed. And that will be out number 1. Hard time trying to see it over there on the left-hand side. She's able to make the grab, though, for out number 1. And now it'll bring up Watson for the 3rd time today. Again, 0 for 2. Shows bunt, lays it down. It'll be for a strike, 0-1. That's Watson from the University of North Georgia, the Division II product. Attended Central High School before college. But now drives this one down the right field side. This one will land foul, 0-2. Watching again from Smith Station, Alabama, the rising junior. Looking to continue Division II career. Played in 6 games last year, 1 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored, as well as 2 walks. So the next one down and away, 1-2. Watson continues to stay alive here at the plate. Andrews will hit next, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to the mound. 1-2 from Crossman. Hits it hard on the left field line. It'll be foul. 1-2 still the count. Watson continues to stay alive here. Crossman now continuing to go to work here. Again, only 3 hits allowed, 1 earned run. It came in that 4th inning after the single by Cunningham. Frazier able to double her home. As Shelby Allen tried to make the diving grab in center. The 1-2, just outside, 2-2. 6 pitches now seen in the at-bat here by Watson. Crossman now up to 89 pitches. 2-2, stays low, full count. Watson able to draw it full. Catcher with a keen eye steps up once more. 1 out, full count pitch. Just inside, ball 4. First walk of the day by Crossman. And I did jinx her. Indeed, I did. Runner now at first, 1 away. And Macy Andrews at the plate. First walk allowed by Crossman all game long. It's only allowed 4 base runners. Next pitch, Andrews tries to bunt it, fouls it off the inside of the handle, 0-1. Tonight's first baseman comes up for the 3rd time today. Struck out swinging and grounded out her 2 times up. Jamerson will hit next, a hit by pitch and a ground out to third, her 2 appearances at the plate. The 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Throw down to first is not in time. Watson's able to dive back in safely. Andrews now trying to keep this inning alive, keep the Smoky Mountain Rain alive. They're down 5-1. Next pitch from Crossman, just down and away, 1-2. Runner at first, 1-2 the count to Andrews. Swung on and missed, strike 3, 2 away. 9 strikeouts now in the outing for Crossman. Double digits on the docket if she can get Jamerson down possibly. We'll see if she can do so. 2 outs, runner at first. The first pitch to Jamerson, hit to the second base side, knocked down, thrown to first, book it. That will end it here. The Smokies take it over the Rain, 5-1. A complete game for Crossman. Gives up 3 hits, 1 walk, 8 or 9 strikeouts in the outing. Only 1 run given up. As she throws just short of 100 pitches, 97 to her name. Smith goes 7, gives up 5 hits and 5 runs, 3 of them earned, 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. She will unfortunately take the loss. As the Smokies get back in the win column once more. Rainfall for the, if I'm correct here, should be the, if I'm right, the 10th time this season. They got the win in last night's game. Cannot come through today, though. With that being said, that will go ahead and end it here. 5-1 the final. The Smokies now find themselves at 10-4. They are the first team to get themselves up to double-digit wins this season. The Bandits behind them at 8-6. Choo-Choo's at 6-8, hitting third. The Smoky Mountain Rain now 4-10. They are now dead last still in the division. Funny enough, do not have the worst run differential. They have the least amount of runs scored this season. Smokies at 102 are the first team to cross the 100-run plateau as well. They now have the best run differential out of anybody this season in the SCCL, but that'll go ahead and end it here. We'll be back tomorrow again once more, 9 a.m. and 11:30 start time again. Smokies and Bandits to start us off tomorrow on that Wednesday morning. Choo-Choos and Rain will battle it out at 11:30 as that will end it here. 5-1 the final. Smokies take it with a couple of home run balls thanks to the likes of Warren and Munson. Crossman goes the full 7 to take the victory here tonight. Thank you again for tuning in here from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. Smokies take it over the Rain 5-1. My name is Mason Strawn. It's been a pleasure to call for you all, and I hope to see you all tomorrow when the Bandits and the Smokies will lead us off at 9 a.m.